We got a lot of leaders in town, people from all over the world clogging up our streets. Thank you very much, United Nations.
The United Nations General Assembly, Rosanna, we talk about this every year. It happens this
that's
time
right.
of year.
And I always question what they do every year.
Well, the UN is controversial, but look, I think the world is probably, you need a forum like the United Nations. They don't always make the right decisions. They probably waste a lot of time sometimes. They talk things to death. At times, they're known to be anti-Israel, I think it's safe to say.
Right.
Nevertheless, it's a forum where people can go, and we are still a member. We have the headquarters here, Rosanna. It's a responsibility of New York, and they're coming.
I know, but I have a problem with them clogging up our streets. All right, Fox,
I don't care about that world stuff. I care about getting across the street.
I don't care about them. I care about me. I'm sorry. It's tough to get around town this whole week, right?
Okay, Rosanna, real quick, take the subway. The subway, you'll fly around town.
You can't even walk across the street sometimes.
All right. You know, I don't want to overstate the impact on the UN, from the UN General Assembly. I lived in Tudor City, across the street from the United Nations. Yes, they had motorcades, but it was still manageable, in my opinion. Ty, what do you think?
How dare you suggest, Rosanna, wear comfortable shoes and take the subway, Greg?
Yes, you're right.
That's just wrong.
That's right, Ty.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe if they put a hotel on the site, things would be a little bit easier, because it's the getting here that's the problem. And there's so many heads of state, 130 of them, and apparently the NYPD is planning to have 220 motorcades during this session, and it's a lot for people out there. We went out to 2nd Avenue a little while ago, and already you can really see the intense traffic picking up. You've got all kinds of, men in black out there, the NYPD in their blue uniform, the Sheriff's Department, the bomb squad, you name it, Secret Service. They're out there right now to secure the area, and there's just a lot of the city that's essentially shut down because you don't necessarily know which streets are going to close when. That's part of the security. They do have to keep us in the dark a little bit. What we can tell you, and we have a map to show, is that from East 34th Street to East 57th Street between 1st and 2nd Avenue, that's just a nightmare. You should really try to avoid that because that's where the majority of the closures are. But that also kind of extends to 60th Street at some parts of the day and as far west as Madison Avenue. So again, pretty tricky stuff. Also, the president is coming to town. He'll be at JFK at 5:15. He'll be at the UN at around 6, and then at around 7:30, he's got a DNC event to attend, and that, of course, brings even more headache to the equation. So again, that's all we can tell you at this point. So the general advice is, don't get in a car if you can avoid it, and certainly nowhere near the east side in the 40s. But you know what? I'm with you, Rosanna. Easier said than done. Sometimes you got to drive in, and sometimes you're going to have to get stuck. That's it. Back to you.